Hi guys, Ghost Sensory X here. Keep watching please. Subscribe please. Today we're at Crowland Abbey, pronounced Croyland. It was founded by St Guthlac in the late 700s. He predicted when a certain person was going to be made king, and the king gave him the money to build this incredible building, and he was particularly keen to build it on this spot because it was absolutely rife with demons. Completely rife. How that man knew that, I don't know, without devices and all that stuff, but he must be a bit like us, bit ESP, extrasensory, but he knew, and so we keep a lookout. Get back to you. We're at Croyland Abbey in Lincolnshire. Oh, hello, can you tell me what your name is? Can you hear me, Spirit? Oh, girl as well.
Is it?
Can we enter? No, I have to say no on that one. Do you like where you are? You're looking for a job. That's very enterprising of you. Good man. Well, it's good to talk to you. At least you're coming through quite loud and clear. Have you got anything else you'd like to tell me? No, I can't open the door. I'm outside at the minute, but it's great to talk to you. We'll chat again sometime. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. That'll be alright. This is something about he's looking for a job. The Abbey. Any spirit wish to talk, please? Thank you, Spirit.
Crown Abbey, side door by the abandoned part of the Abbey. Any spirit wish to talk, please?
Run.
A lot of whispering there, guys, and the spirit said run, so otherwise he didn't want us hanging about. There's quite a lot of whispering. I might actually do one right next to the door. That always works pretty well. We'll put you down. Spirits of the portal. Any spirit want to come through the portal and talk to us? Thank you, Spirit.
Spirits of the portal. Any spirit wants to come through the portal and talk to us? Please do now.
Go away. is interesting. I heard what could be a demon saying to his fellows, she's saying, does anybody want to talk? So do any of you want to talk? He's asking everybody else, which is amazing. You know, that's amazing to hear. And he said, go away. But very interesting. We've never had it like that. I've never heard them asking each other. That's crazy. Good stuff. Go Sensory X. Please subscribe. Thank you.
.90 long. The choir AD 1281 was 90 foot long.
It's because there's loads of headstones here, loads of burials, very creepy looking spot. Spirits, are there any spirits here who wish to talk? Please come forward and talk to me. You can talk direct into me mic if you prefer that. I know some of you do. Please speak now. Thank you, spirits.
Loads of headstones here, loads of burials, very creepy looking spot. Spirits, are there any spirits here who wish to talk? Please come forward and talk to me. You can talk direct to me, Mike, if you prefer that. I know some of you do. Please speak now. Thank you, Spirit.
There was whispering because we've got quite a breezy afternoon, so it was interfering, but we'll listen to it again. Don't think there's anything clear. I thought I heard him say, I think she's English, which was quite interesting. But other than that, we'll test it out and get back to you. Go Sensory X. But it's very interesting.
It's ancient.
It is. It's ancient. And the land certainly is. As we're going to...
What's that?
I'm just wondering. It's a motorbike, but there does sound to be a little bit of chanting with it. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, and the K2 says yes. First time today. I thought I could hear monks chanting.
Oh, yeah, look.
You know, I know there's a motorbike going past, but definitely a bit of chanting. Are there any spirits who wish to come forward?
They're visiting you.
I know they are. I know they are. I felt them round me. I feel them here very strongly. This place is very ancient. When St Theodore, which we're going to tell you about further on in the video, he got attacked probably while he was praying. That's often the case when they've got their heads bowed down. The old Vikings have come along
In the past
with a big sword and murder you, you know.
And there's the skull.
And there's
his
skull is up there, which clearly shows what they call it,
blood
falls trauma.
Yeah, about inch and a half hole in the skull where they punch through.
Yeah, where they punch through with their sword. So I think the skull's legit. They say it's been thieved a couple of times, which is really weird. Any spirit here wish to talk? Because it's quite a hot day, so we may not linger much longer. We want to check out the medieval bridge in town because it's one of the only ones like it left in the country. It's superb. Thanks guys, stick with us.
Church has been turned over to the Greek and Russian Orthodox. You can tell that by the cross.
Yeah.
Okay. And they come to us because we've got the skull of Abbot Theodore, who was the abbot here in 870 when the Danes came and slaughtered all the monks that were here. They stole anything that was valuable, and then they burnt the first abbey to the ground. So that was in 870. And this skull, he said, if I turn the light on, there we go. So you can see the sword mark inside of his head.
Yeah.
The people from the British Museum that looked at the skull say he was a man of about 40 with a prominent nose. How they can tell that when there's no nose, I don't know. But they believe he was either kneeling or sitting when he was struck, the way the blow on the head is. And if you look at this bit, William Stukely says that that skull was in this box. It's an oak box that was covered with copper and it was enamelled.
Yeah.
And that's why they believe, because there was lots of monks killed, but that was the only box that had the head in, so they think that's why they think that's the abbot rather than any of the other skull. But I can't be 100% sure that's true. Everything was being ransacked. The graves were being dug up. Stone was being stolen.
What, Cromwell?
Yeah, because the place was falling into disrepair. Even the even late 1800s, the council was stealing the stone from here. Well, not stealing, but taking the stone from here to repair the roads in Crowland and the pavements. That's in newspaper reports. So to sort of stop things being stolen, in the later 1800s, they had a vicar here called Thomas Lebeuf, and he tried to stop people just taking stuff. Round the corner, there's one side of the abbey, they buried a load of stone to stop it being stolen.
Yeah.
Most of the houses, particularly near the abbey in Crowland here, have bits of abbey stone, like in garden walls and stuff like that. It was just the done thing, you just took it back in the day. So, right. Theodore.
Yeah, just try. I mean,
he landed on the island of Crowland in 699. You've got to remember Crowland was an island. You couldn't get here unless you had a boat. And he landed in 699. He is said to have fought off devils and demons on the island. He became famous, basically, and the Prince of Mercia, Ethelbald, came to see him, and Guthlac prophesied that he would become king of Mercia without shedding blood. The prince said, if that happens, when I'm king, I will come back and build you a church. He didn't use the word church, but he said something religious. Hence, that's how the first abbey started.
yeah.
The prince came back here in 716 when he became king, but by that time Guthlac had already died. He died in 714. So he never saw any building take place. But the first one was built 716. And that was the one that was burnt down by the Danes for poor old Abbot Theodore there.
Right.
She was a nun.
Thomas Law died 1884. age 64.